Hey, slashers, cinephiles, and horror heads. Welcome to The Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror, your daily dose of genre news, fresh kills, and film freakouts. I'm your host, Travis, and today is Wednesday, July 16th. We've got werewolves, haunted houses, and a horror history blunder that has fans howling louder than the full moon. Let's get into it. We kick off today with the full moon announcement straight from the horror gods. Werwulf, the next feature from The Witch and Nosferatu director Robert Eggers, is officially on the way, and it's already stacked with familiar faces. Nosferatu stars Aaron Taylor Johnson and Lily Rose Depp are reuniting with Eggers for this werewolf horror feature penned by Eggers and longtime writing partner Sejong. The film is slated for a Christmas Day 2026 release from Focus Features, so mark your blood-soaked calendars now. Taylor Johnson's coming off 28 years later and Craven the Hunter, while Depp continues to build her genre rep after The Idol and Silent Night. Eggers calls this one a blend of old-world mythology and brutal modern horror, a lupine fever dream, if you will. Could Werwulf be the werewolf movie that finally lives up to the hype? And do you want more Eggers horror or something totally new from him next? Let us know your answers in the comments ahead. If you thought the Amityville house was finally getting boarded up, think again. Joseph and Vanessa Winter, the duo behind Deadstream and a killer VHS 99 segment, are teaming up with the producers of Barbarian and Megan for a brand new Amityville horror movie. Here's the twist. This new take has nothing to do with the DeFeo murders or the Lutz family haunting we've seen recycled for decades. It's a completely fresh interpretation of the infamous 112 Ocean Avenue legend, and it's being fast-tracked for a Q4 2025 production start. Boulder Light and Divide Conquer are behind the project, which is basically a genre dream team. My question for you guys is, does Amityville still have bite, or has that house been exorcised of all its power? Would a story not tied to the Lutzes make the legend scarier or weaker? Let us know your answers in the comments ahead. Oh, Madelyn. Finally, the last story. I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot star Madelyn Cline stirred the horror timeline pot this week during a press interview. When discussing the influence of her film, she said, quote, "I know what you did last summer, walked so Scream could run." Now, horror fans everywhere are screaming, not in fear, but in fact-checking rage. Because let's be clear, Scream dropped in '96. I Know What You Did Last Summer dropped in 1997. My bad. To be fair, Madelyn wasn't born yet, and yes, the 90s were a whole VHS era ago. But still, don't come for Wes Craven's legacy unless you got the receipts. Get your facts straight. The reboot hits theaters next week on July 18th and includes appearances by OG stars Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt. My question for you guys is, was this just a harmless Gen Z mix-up, or should today's stars brush up on their horror history before making big claims? And are you actually planning on checking out the reboot for I Know What You Did Last Summer? I will be. Let me know your answers in the comments ahead. Today's take. Here's the truth. Horror has always evolved by remixing what came before, whether it's Eggers reshaping werewolves with art house flair, or the Winters giving new life to Amityville, or even Madelyn Cline accidentally making headlines. This genre stays relevant because it's constantly reinventing itself. But horror fans, we remember everything. We archive, we analyze, we protect the legacy because horror deserves it. So let these new kids speak, but keep your slasher facts straight. If you're listening to today's show on Spotify, make sure you answer today's Spotify poll question. That's a wrap for today's cut. Be sure to follow us at HMUNCUT on all platforms. If you want to follow me personally, at Travis Nyquill with an extra L at the end. New merch drops coming up. We got some shirts that dropped last weekend, some more on the way. Keep your eyes peeled for our Hysteria Fest mixtape that I'll be dropping on TikTok later today. That'll wrap up the coverage for that. We got Fright Fest coverage, Fantasia Fest coverage, all the good stuff going for the rest of the week on the website. So make sure you guys are checking in there as well. But until then, we will see you guys tomorrow. You know the drill. Keep the lights on.